Why the world calls America the #1 superpower. A tribute to the strength, soul, and spirit of the United States of America. The light that guides the world. When the world looks upon America, it does not merely see a stretch of land between two oceans. It sees a promise. A promise that no matter where you are born, no matter the color of your skin or the weight of your past, you have the right and the duty to rise. From the moment the Founding Fathers inked their names on the Declaration of Independence, America declared something larger than itself, that freedom is not a privilege to be granted, it is a birthright to be protected. That single idea, simple yet divine, would forever alter the course of human civilization. Because freedom once spoken cannot be silenced, and America, once born, could not be ignored. The idea that built a nation. Every great empire before America was built on conquest. Rome on legions, Britain on colonies, China on dynasties. But America was built on an idea that government exists not to rule, but to serve. That power flows not from kings, but from the consent of the governed. And that all men are created equal, a radical thought in a world still chained by class, crown, and tyranny. That belief did more than unite 13 colonies, it united humanity around a vision of liberty. America's founding documents, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, were not just political texts, they were moral declarations, eternal in their message, that human dignity must stand above all. That is why America's strength begins not with its weapons, but with its principles. Principles so powerful they have inspired revolutions, toppled dictatorships, and given courage to the oppressed across centuries. Freedom was and remains America's most powerful export.
But an idea alone does not endure without a system to protect it. The United States built something extraordinary. A structure of checks and balances, a democracy that breathes, argues, and renews itself. It is not perfect. No democracy is. It struggles, debates, and sometimes divides. But in those very arguments lies its strength. Because democracy is not about silence, it is about voices. And in America, every voice can rise, every vote can matter, and every citizen can challenge power without fear. Economically, America transformed the world. Through the 19th century's Industrial Revolution, the 20th century's technological boom, and the 21st century's digital transformation, America has led every major wave of human progress. From Ford's assembly lines to Silicon Valley's algorithms, from the light bulb to the microchip, from the moon landing to Mars exploration, America has proven again and again that innovation is its heartbeat. This is not by luck. It is the direct result of a system that rewards risk, celebrates failure, and dares to dream bigger than anyone else. Because in America, success is never inherited, it is earned, and the ladder is always there for those brave enough to climb.
The military shield, power with purpose. Yet even the noblest ideas must be defended. And so America built the mightiest military force the world has ever known, not for conquest, but for protection. Over 800 bases around the world, a fleet that commands every ocean, air wings that reach every horizon, and a nuclear arsenal that deters every threat. But America's military power is not measured by numbers, it is measured by principle. From Normandy to Korea, from the sands of the Middle East to the skies of Europe, American soldiers have fought not to conquer land, but to preserve liberty. They carry not the ambition of empire, but the burden of duty. Duty to defend, to protect, to serve. For when tyranny rises, it is often the American flag that flies first in defense of the free. And those who sleep safely in the shadow of liberty often forget
that freedom endures only because someone, somewhere, stands ready to fight for it. That someone has always been America. The economic engine, the power of creation. What truly makes America a superpower is not merely its military might, but its economic engine, a force of creation unmatched in history. The U.S. economy, worth over $25 trillion, is more than a machine of wealth. It is a machine of opportunity. It thrives because it allows the dreamer, the inventor, the risk-taker to build without permission and fail without fear. From small businesses on Main Street to the global titans of Wall Street, from rural farmlands to electric cities, America's economy is powered by one thing: freedom to innovate. And because it rewards merit, not privilege, it attracts the best minds from every corner of the earth. Engineers from India, doctors from Nigeria, scientists from Germany, and artists from Brazil all find a home under the stars and stripes. That is why America's true capital is not Washington or New York. It is the imagination of its people.
The cultural force, America's global voice. Power can conquer borders, but only culture can conquer hearts. And no nation has shaped global culture like the United States. From jazz to rock, from Hollywood to Broadway, from Marvel heroes to NASA astronauts, the American imagination defines modern civilization. But behind every movie, every song, every story lies one message: that you matter. That one person can make a difference. That life, no matter how hard, can still be rewritten. This is the soul of the American dream. It tells every child, whether born in New York or Nairobi, that your destiny belongs to you. And that dream has crossed every border, survived every war, and inspired every generation. That is not propaganda. That is power. The kind of power no army can command and no dictator can silence. The spirit of resilience, America's eternal flame. But greatness is never without struggle. America has faced its darkest hours: civil war, economic collapse, political turmoil, and social division. And yet each time it has done what no other nation could. It rose again. Because America's strength lies not in its perfection, but in its ability to rebuild. When cities burned, it rebuilt them. When enemies doubted, it outlasted them. When crises came, it adapted, evolved, and renewed its faith. The Civil War tested its soul, but the Union survived. The Great Depression broke its economy, but it rebounded stronger. 9/11 wounded its heart, but it emerged united. Time and again, America proves that resilience is not an accident, it is its identity. Because America is not defined by what happens to it, but how it responds. The people, the true power of the nation. Behind every symbol, every success, every sacrifice are the American people. They are the scientists at NASA, the teachers in rural schools, the nurses in hospitals, the farmers, the dreamers, the veterans. They come from every continent, every language, every faith, yet they share one creed: that in America, your future is your own to build. It is this diversity, this symphony of voices that makes America unstoppable. Because unity in sameness is fragile, but unity in difference, that is eternal. That is why America's true flag is not just the stars and stripes, it is the millions of hearts beating with hope, courage, and purpose. The meaning of number 1 is not a trophy, it is a test. It means carrying the hopes of the free world. It means leading not just with power, but with principle.
America's greatness does not come from domination, it comes from dedication. Dedication to progress, to justice, to humanity. And even when it falters, even when it stumbles, the world still looks to America. Because if freedom had a homeland, if courage had a flag, if hope had a heartbeat, they would all be called America.
The flame still burns. So why does the world still call America the #1 superpower? Because America does not simply exist, it inspires. Because its power does not come from fear, but from faith. Because its story is not about perfection, but about persistence. It is a story written in courage, sealed with sacrifice, and renewed by every generation that dares to dream bigger than the one before. And as long as that spirit endures, as long as a single child looks at the flag and believes they can rise, the flame of America will never fade. The world calls America the #1 superpower, not because it must, but because it still believes. What about you? Do you believe that America's greatest chapter is still ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you believe in freedom, courage, and the enduring spirit of this great nation, then stand with us and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's keep the light of liberty burning bright for America and for the world.